Hello and welcome to this video from Computergaga.com, where we will look at how to find the time difference between two dates and times that go past midnight. So we can see in this first example in row 2 that we've got a date and time of a little over 10 AM on the 9th of December, and then it finishes just after 8:30 on the 14th of December. We are going to look at the difference between those, display the answer in how many days and how many hours, and we're going to look at the easiest way of doing this, whilst keeping our answer numeric, so we could go on and perform more analytics on these results. The easiest way to find the difference between two dates and times is to subtract one from the other. So in cell C2, if I type equals and click on the more recent date and time, and then just subtract the other date and time, that will give me my answer, and I can copy that down to the bottom. Now I know what you're thinking, that's not what I said I was going to do. I said I was going to show you the answer in how many days and how many hours, and what we're looking at right now is not that helpful, although it is the right answer. So what we're going to do is do this with formatting. There are various formulas that can calculate the difference between two dates and times, but I said I was going to do the easiest, and that is the easiest. We can now select these cells. We could have done this in advance before the formula. Open up Format Cells with Control 1, and I'm going to come into the Custom area so we can create our own formats. And this gives us the flexibility to do whatever we want. Now in this example, I just want days and hours, but I could have months, I could have minutes, depending on what I was dealing with. So I'm going to type a D in here to indicate how many days. And then I'm going to open up a piece of text with some double quotes and write the word days. I'm going to follow that with a comma, close off those quotes, and I can see as I type that I've got this sample just above. So hopefully I can spot if I make a mistake as I go. Next up, I want to show the hours. So I'm going to put a H in there, and I can see the 22 appear. Then I'll open up a string again with double quotes and write the word hours, and I'm going to close it off there. So I can see in the first cell, cell C2, the answer is 4 days and 22 hours. If I click OK, that is what we have. So I have decided to use the words days and hours and to put a comma in between them, but I could have displayed it however I wanted. I could have had a hyphen in between or a colon in between. You can construct that result however you want. Now the important thing though here is that the result is still numeric. So in cell E2, if I wanted to know in this big list of issues that we've solved, I want to know what was the longest time period at any point between us receiving the issue and then solving it. Well, that's just a max function. I can do equals max, run it on that range of cells, and it tells me that the maximum was 9 days and 9 hours. I could also ask what is the quickest turnaround between receiving and solving. Well, that will just be a min function. And the smallest one in here is just 20 hours. And we're able to do this because although the answers in column C look like words, it is still that confusing number with that simple calculation. Now for one final touch on this, we might be looking at this and thinking, okay, 2 of those answers don't have any days difference. It's just a 20-hour difference and a 23-hour difference. So why say 0 days? Well, let's look at changing that. And we're going to do this in our custom formatting as well. This is a really cool technique that we can put conditions in custom formatting. So if I select the range of cells I want to apply it to, Control 1 to open it up, And in that type box at the start, I'm going to open up a set of square brackets and write the criteria of greater than 1. Because I only want to show the word days and how many days if there is at least 1 day's difference, if there's at least 24 hours difference, closed and square bracket. So if the answer comes back with a number greater than 1, then there is at least 1 day. I then have what I want to show in that case, how many days, how many hours. On the end, I'm going to put a semicolon so it moves into an alternative formatting. And if it's not greater than 1, I could write another condition at this point, but I don't have another one. So if it's not greater than 1, I'm just going to show how many hours. I'm going to put a H for hours, space, write in my string of hours, and that is done. If I click OK now, this is what I get. If it is greater than a day's difference, it tells me how many days. If it's not, just tells me how many hours. And remember, depending what data you're dealing with, if you needed to show months or years or minutes, this is possible. Or if you didn't want the word days, you just wanted a D, however you want the result to be displayed, you can do. The important thing here is that it was a simple subtraction formula and the answer is still numeric, so we can go on and perform more analytics demonstrated here by our max and min. I hope you found this video useful. Please check out some of our other videos on our YouTube channel and come check us out at computergaga.com.